Hello there, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Fire Emblem Three Houses. I almost said Awakening, but yeah, Fire Emblem Three Houses. And here we go. I just realized my lighting is messed up. Hang on a second, everybody. There we go, a little bit better. Okay. We'll see if this six-man army of mine, if we can progress at all. Let's see here. Sure. Mm, I think that's the best we're going to get right now. That can maybe kind of help Florence. Lawrence, whatever.
Hopefully this proves you.
Alright, here we go. More instruction. This game has beautiful music. I wish that I could play it in the YouTube videos that when I make them.
I've come to...
Okay, Lysithia. Alright. Well, that was easy enough this time.
We completed our task without incident.
Alrighty. Another one of these seminars.
I must always improve. It seems my proficiency has improved.
I don't know if Sedith will really be able to heal as the class that he is, but if he can, that'd be great. Seeing as, again, there's only 6 of us. The more healing we can do, the better. Sure.
That? We did okay.
Alrighty. Okay, he is advanced. Oh, Trickster is open for him. Okay. She's looking good, looking good. Flame is also advanced. I just wish I knew where his class was. I know it's a unique class to him, but, like, you would think they would still show it on here, you know what I mean? Alright. Inventory. Does everyone have what they need to have for the next battle? You should probably have more than one concoction. You definitely need a different sword. Alright. Might not be the worst idea in the world to give him some. No, he's using magic. That's right. You're 3 out of 3 on concoction. Does the speed ring really help at all? I'm gonna leave it on there for her. Yeah, it all seems actually pretty fine with me. Seteth. What's the crescent sickle look like? I'm good with all that. Vulnerary. As well as the other concoction. Give Lawrence another concoction. Oh, actually, that's... We'll give him one. Why not? Do we have any more shields that aren't being used? For Flame. Okay. Actually, he should probably have that staff. Oh, I didn't want that on him. My bad. Let's see here. I think I get rid of the Armor Slayer for now. To give him the Chalice so he can counterattack whenever. And she needs a shield. Oh, do they only get one of the two? That actually kind of sucks. Well, in that case, yeah, store some of this other stuff. I was thinking they got both. So we will give him his Armor Slayer back. Alright, we have support conversations, it looks like. Lysithia and Lawrence.
Lysithia, do you have a moment? There is a matter of significance I'd like to discuss with you.
I know you're always seeking the attention of ladies, but why are you wasting your breath on me?
Don't be silly. I want to discuss the future of the Alliance, to have a constructive and candid exchange of opinion.
I'm not so sure I'm the one being silly. Actually, I'm busy. Stuff to do.
Now, hold on just a moment. House Ordelia will never benefit from such a narrow-minded mentality.
I was under the impression you were interested in me as a person. What do house matters have to do with anything?
The world is in ruins. Have you given no thought to how the Leicester Alliance might address this crisis?
I couldn't care less.
House Ordelia may be small, but a small house is fettered by fewer obligations than a larger one. Apply yourselves actively in diplomacy, negotiate wisely, and you could do much to help maintain peace among the neighboring lords. The recognition of those lords would benefit your house immensely. To that end, why not start with me, the heir to House Gloucester? It couldn't hurt for us to become friends, could it?
Yes, of course, when the time comes. But right now, I'm quite busy. As it is, I'm studying magic for the benefit of the Alliance, and I would appreciate it if you left me to it.
Ah, I see. Then forgive the intrusion. I will take my leave of you for now. But if there is any way I can be of help, to you or your house, I hope that you won't hesitate to ask. After all, as I'm sure you know, the future of the Alliance is my responsibility.
The future, he says. As though I have a future.
And now for Claude and Lysithia.
As you can see, if we were to face an enemy on this terrain, I would go here, and you would go here.
Hang on. If we're trying to repel the enemy, I should be positioned there, correct?
Huh? I'm not sure that's the best idea. Take a closer look at this map. See, there's a graveyard over here. Might run into some of those ghosts you hate so much.
Claude, will you knock it off already? So help me. If you continue treating me like a child, I'll...
Easy there. I'm sorry, okay? Just don't start blasting off any spells in here.
I've more pride than to turn an unarmed soldier to cinders. It wouldn't kill you to speak to me as an equal when we're discussing matters as serious as this.
Actually, I see you as more than an equal. There's no questioning the power you wield. And I was being serious about the formation just now. The bit about the ghosts was just me having fun with you. Or trying to. You're so smart, I figured you'd catch on to that right away. But back to the formation. Can you see why I arranged it like I did? The area I want you to guard requires the ability to adapt to an ever-changing situation. Who else could I trust with such a difficult task? You're my best bet for something like that.
Perhaps that's true.
Think back to the times we fought together. When have I ever treated you like a child on the battlefield? I depend on you, Lysithia. I value your power almost as much as I do Teach's.
Truly?
I swear to you on all of Fodlan. I'd like to have my fun, but I wouldn't joke about something like that. I consider you a valued ally. I'll stop now before I inevitably drift back into teasing you again. Just know that I meant every word, okay?
Fair enough then. From here forward, see to it that you treat me with the respect of an equal. And I admit that you are not short on talent yourself, but don't go getting a big head over it.
Alright, last seminar before the big fight. Here we go.
Everyone, listen up. I have a proposal. We are now building our forces in order to rise up against the Imperial Army. But it wouldn't be smart for us to fight under the banner of the Alliance. That would only incite the lords who support the Empire. We've also combined forces with the Knights of Seros. Therefore, I suggest that we operate under a new symbol. That's why I've prepared this. You may recognize it as the Crest of Flames, which resides in Teach, the phantom crest that has reappeared after more than 1,000 years. We're attempting our own miracle, so it seems like a suitable symbol for us. So, until we welcome the dawn of a new age in Fodlan, Let's fight to the very end, as one, under the symbol of the Crest of Flames.
Impressive, Claude. Forget restoring the monastery. You've somehow roped everyone into fighting back against the Empire.
If you recall, I never technically asked anyone to join us. If anything, we have Teach's achievements to thank. Now that you mention it, I guess I should express my gratitude. Hey, friend. So this is where you've been. Without you, the Knights never would have joined our cause. I can never pay you back for that.
Let's do our best.
Just leave it to me, Teach. When this fight is over, I plan to see all of my dreams come to fruition. And yours as well. Well, for example, to bust open Fodlan's throat. There's a massive fortress there, which is responsible for protecting the eastern border of the Alliance. I like to think of it as a lid on a bottle. The people of Fodlan only know a small part of the world. Their prejudices are born because they don't know what lies beyond their borders. And the opposite is true too. Those outside of Fodlan don't know about this place. Ignorance breeds discrimination. Whether you look inside the bottle or outside of it, if you really look, all you'll find are people who you can get along with if you only try. That's why I want to bust open that lid, which is keeping us locked inside, or destroy the bottle entirely. I'll find the right time to bring it up. Even if I talked about it now, it doesn't seem realistic, does it? First, we need to defeat the Empire and restore peace to... Huh?
Come quickly! We're under attack! It's a small force, but the Imperial army is headed this way.
I've got to hand it to Edelgard. Nothing gets past that woman. As long as we don't let our guard down, there's no way they can defeat us. This will be our first battle alongside...
I don't know about
the Knights
that.
of
We
Ceres.
are
Let's
six-man.
kick off our new partnership with a magnificent victory.
We are a 6-man army unless they let unless like the last one we have the church helping again, because they say we have the church helping, but like, do we really have the church helping, or are they just saying we have the church helping? You know what I mean? If we have ally surgers, if we have ally soldiers, it might not be that bad. If it's just the 6 of us,
Though plans to resist the Empire are still being devised by the Alliance Army, the Imperial Army has already anticipated their next move. An Imperial vanguard just outside Garreg Mach, led by General Randolph, begins to advance with the aim of toppling the monastery once again.
okay. Anything else? Nope. Okay. Randolph is the boss of this one, huh? The leader, commander, whatever you want to call him. General. There we go. Nope, as expected, just the 6-man army. Okay. Not gonna be the easiest thing to pull off here. Okay, so let's have our 2 flyers together. All right.
The Knights of Ceres are a powerful enemy, but we have more soldiers. We'll take them down all at once.
So, the enemy intends to use their overwhelming numbers to defeat us. Let's fight fire with... actual fire.
Report! The enemy has entered the periphery of Garreg Mach.
If they reach the interior, the enemy will take the monastery. Drive them back immediately.
Oh, so we need to protect those spots, huh? Great.
What's my strategy?
It's over.
Yeah, get rid of the enemy that could literally fly over me here.
Let's make this quick. Onward.
Alright, nice job, plane.
Child's play. I am.
Guide me well. At the ready.
Alrighty. Nice job there, Claude.
More.
Behold our strategy.
Alright, we'll go with this to try and... Good, it worked. I was gonna say, I was trying to do it without us taking any damage.
Shall we?
What? That strange battle flag is... But isn't our enemy the Church of Seros?
They didn't have enough soldiers with just the church, so they upped their numbers by joining with those filthy rogues. It doesn't matter what flag they fly. They're nothing more than a mob. We'll destroy them all.
Nice shot.
Lament your weakness.
Alright, Seth beat that guy.
My too easy.
Nice miss. Got lucky that that one was a miss.
Just a hindrance.
Alright, Seth takes him out.
Allied soldiers are making preparations for the plan. Protect them.
Oh, I remember the plan now. Alright, Flame took out that soldier. Alright, Lysithia took out that guy.
We're all
Alright.
desperate, aren't we?
As you say, they're not sneaking past us. Alright. Get rid of this bow and arrow guy.
Lament
There we
your
go.
weakness. There is all.
Heal.
Apologies.
Yeah, the majority of their army's on the left side here, so I may want to have Lysithia or someone break off and come help these guys. Or I guess I could have myself do it. Right. Seth takes out that guy. Alright. And that archer's out of the way too now.
So close.
Good miss.
Too easy.
Another good miss. A lot of missing so far.
We're all desperate, aren't we?
Alright, 2 damage to get destroyed. There we go, get myself over here on the playing field. Take out this Pegasus Rider, there we go. Ah, we lost Lawrence.
To think.
I saw that they were going to attack him. I just didn't think they'd be that strong, honestly.
Piece of cake.
Allow me to demonstrate.
It won't be in vain.
Well, that was kind of a meaningless critical hit. We didn't need it.
It's over.
That's better.
I must lead them well.
I should have attacked it with a bow and arrow. Now I gotta waste Seth's turn taking it out.
Would end as such.
Alright, there we go, Claude.
More.
Alright, 9 damage. That's not so bad. 9 damage again, not so bad.
Too easy.
I'd say it's really only going to hurt if they have like an archer. Which I don't think they do over there on the left. Oh boy, this could be bad if they decide to gang up on her. Dang it.
If only I'd lived just a little longer.
Well, shoot.
Piece of cake.
My army is not looking great. I shouldn't have split them up. I should have done just one thing. I was gonna say, get rid of the
Sorry.
archer and get rid of the magic user.
I have faith.
Now's our chance.
Come on, 80% chance. Yep, there we go. There we go.
Do not try to resist.
Good time for a critical hit. We had a 6% chance of a critical hit there.
You defeat
Right,
me.
Seth takes out that guy. %46 chance to hit, and of course they hit.
I
Back to back, 46% chances to hit. Wow. That's where Fire Emblem can get frustrating. It's when all stuff that's like 30% chance starts hitting more.
We're all desperate, aren't we?
Guide me well.
All right, fire.
This could turn the tides. I'll...
All right, all right. Well, we missed on 86% chance, but they hit 246s in a row, huh? That guy missed 82% chances in a row. Wow. I could rewind the battle to get those characters we lost back, but, like, I'm trying to play within the spirit of the game of, like... Plus, we might need those rewinds for us.
Lament your weakness.
Right.
I must lead them well.
sorry.
Okay, we've made it through that wave.
Too easy.
82% chance to hit. I was gonna say just hit it already. Oh, that's a bad thing for us, actually. Well, first let's do that.
We're all desperate, aren't we? Something.
It won't be in vain.
All right, there we go.
Commence.
80% chance to hit and you missed them. Come on, man. You said we had to keep that soldier from being sneaky and getting to where our where we were supposed to protect earlier
I
is.
must lead them well.
We're prepared for the fire attack. Now we just need to draw the enemy's attention.
I think we already have their attention.
You can't defeat us with that many soldiers?
Quiet! Don't think you'll get away with mocking me. Attack!
Now!
Ugh, a fire attack. The damage is too great. We can't fight anymore. All units retreat. I'll take on our pursuers. Carry away the injured soldiers.
If we let them escape, they'll come back to attack later. We have to take them out.
Alright, there we go, Seth.
Defeat me? Left.
Allow me to demonstrate.
It won't be in vain.
Alright, there we go.
Exemplary.
This will be the smallest army I've ever had if we actually make it through this.
I'm hurt, but I'm with you.
A total loss. But we can't just return home like this.
Teach, look out! They're after your head!
Defeat the commander. I mean, that's kind of what we were already trying to do, right?
For my house.
He has a 4% chance of hitting me. Yeah, he's gonna lose.
Flays. I'm so...
Those Imperial troops are really something. Looks like we'll face a lot of resistance in the future.
Not great. We have a 3-man army now. Not great. Gonna be interesting to see how far I can make it in this game with what's left.
Phew, nice work. We won without much incident, thanks to all of you.
I don't think the Empire will leave us alone now. What do you plan to do?
I intend to ask the Alliance Lords to share some troops with us to bolster our forces.
No matter where we send our envoys from here, they'll have to go through Gloucester territory, right? I doubt that family will sit quietly and allow envoys to pass.
Guess I haven't told you yet, Teach. The kingdom isn't in a position to be sending anyone reinforcements. After losing King Lambert during the tragedy of Dusker, a regent had been handling its politics. But then, there was a bloody coup. The regent and Prince Dimitri both. Apparently the whole family was killed. All bladed territory, including the kingdom capital, is being ruled by those who are cooperating with the Empire. The kingdom is no more. It's now called the Fargus Dukedom. The vast majority of the former kingdom lords bent a knee to the overwhelming power of the Empire and the dukedom, and now fall under their jurisdiction. Some who formerly held power are continuing to resist, but it would be difficult for them to regain it.
Oh hey, I can think of one person who we can ask for reinforcements. Someone whose territory is really close and who's on good terms with Claude.
Judith, the hero of Daphne, I presume. It's true, House Daphne may lend us their aid.
She did a lot for me, even before I was recognized as the heir to House Regan. I don't like the idea of owing her more than I already do, but given the current situation, sacrifices must be made. I'll reach out to her. As for the rest of you, prepare for our next battle.
I mean, my armies are usually kind of small in Fire Emblem, but usually it's like I have like
Hey,
8,
Teach.
like,
How are you feeling?
or something like that
Is
left.
anything... Good. I still vividly remember you suddenly collapsing and passing out after you went through those changes. But maybe that's not a concern now that you've spent 5 long years napping. Your command bringing my schemes to life. That's just how we fight best. Not yet, but there's no need to worry. That woman adores me. Once we've bolstered our forces, it'll finally be time to start taking decisive action. But I wonder, do you really think Rhea is still alive? I think so too. It's hard to imagine the death of someone as important as her staying a secret. I wonder where she is and what she's doing. All I know is that I still have a lot of questions I need to ask her. About the true history of Creststones and Heroes' Relics, and the truth behind the legend of Seros and Nemesis. She has secrets. Too many of them for my comfort. Considering the state of the world, it's suspicious. You must be curious about what was done to you and what her plans were for you, right? And you never did learn about your mother, did you? None of our doubts will ever be cleared unless we hear these answers from Rhea herself. In that sense, I absolutely hope Rhea is still alive. But as far as Fodlan goes, I do wonder what a world without Rhea would look like. The majority of people in Fodlan believe in the Seros faith that Rhea preaches. That's why they accept the noble system as if it were the only option, and refuse to associate with those who believe in anything else. That closed-minded philosophy is the reason why Fodlan's throat is locked tight. But if you remove the Archbishop who strictly advocates that doctrine, that worldview is no longer an absolute. There's room for free thought. The leadership of the Church would undoubtedly fall to you, and you would hold the power to change the shape of the faith, of the world. Then, for the first time, people would truly be free to think for themselves, to decide what's right and what's wrong. Honestly, I believe Edelgard is probably hoping to achieve something very similar. But her methods require too much bloodshed. That's not something the world can get behind. Anyway, the best thing we can do is find Rhea and hear what she has to say. Oops. I guess I've been going on for a while now. Sorry about that. You should get some rest.
Part 2. Verdant Wind. Pegasus Moon. Valley of Torment. Having repelled the Imperial vanguard, The Alliance army requests reinforcements from Judith, head of House Daphno, the governing body in the northwestern regions of Alliance territory.
Alright, so we got a 3-man army. I mean, the good news is the ones we have to keep alive are myself and Claude. And we're 2 of the 3. So, I mean, there's that. But there's no more healers left. My healers were all taken out. So,
we finally received a reply
unless
from
Seth really can heal, we're going to have to rely a lot on the concoctions.
Now, regarding where we're going to receive the delivery.
As this is a request from none other than the leader of the Alliance, I wish that I could send troops at once. However, openly marshaling soldiers within my territory could provoke other members of the Alliance. Therefore, I will secretly gather troops in Aelel, the Valley of Torment. Will your group be able to receive the soldiers at this location? From there, it should be safe to return to the monastery by following the border between the Alliance and the Kingdom.
Aelel is on the border between Daphnal territory and the Kingdom. It'll make sense when we get there, but it's a peculiar region. In any case, if we use that valley, we shouldn't have to worry about being noticed by other Alliance lords.
Aelel, the Valley of Torment.
Looks like we have a spy among us or something. Oh, let's see. Oh, they think I could be a mortal savant. I think I've done Great Knight before, or maybe it was Bow Knight. It was Bow Knight that I did once before. I think I was a War Master in another one. Normally, I would try to make it through with what I got. Yeah, I actually lose points doing that versus being a trickster. So we're going to stick with trickster. Sure, why not? There's only the 3 of us now anyway, so...
Hopefully this proves useful. I'd like to confirm something with you.
What do you think I do when I visit the...
I'm not sure I comprehend.
Oh, no, I was just coming up with something.
Come, there is
We'll manage.
Look at our excellent results.
Rest. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I got a letter from Claude.
Can't argue with results.
Alright, hang on a second. My capture card is going nuts. Perfect. Alright. I think the blacksmith is the one, yeah, that can fix things. I don't have that, okay. I don't have that. I do have that. Alright, and then item shop. Alright. Oh boy. Let's go. Let's hope that, like, instead of figurative reinforcements, we actually get, like, a couple characters we can use.
In response to the Alliance Army's plea, Judith has agreed to provide soldiers. To meet up with reinforcements,
actually, I take that back.
the Alliance Army sets out for Aelel, the Valley of Torment.
If I walk around the
Unbeknownst to
church, I
Claude,
might be able to get
something
church
else
soldiers
awaits
to
them
join us.
there.
I hate that I lost so many of them because there's a lot of really great characters in this game. I've never been down to this few this early in the game.
Why is it so hot? I'm getting all sweaty.
Legend has it that this valley was born from the wrath of the goddess. There used to be a big forest in this area, but a light fell down from the heavens and turned it into this.
So you're telling me the goddess, who is supposed to be benevolent, burned a forest to a crisp? Typical.
It's just a legend. It's not recorded in any scriptures.
Either it's completely made up, or the goddess is some kind of monster. Ah, has someone come to greet us? If memory
Enemies?
serves, that's the crest of House Rowe, formerly Lords of the Kingdom. They joined the Empire's side without hesitation during the coup. And now here they are, lying in wait for us.
What about the Daphnel soldiers? You don't think...
Judith will be fine. It would take a lot more than that to take her down. Everyone, prepare for battle. I leave the command in your capable hands, my friend.
Oh boy. So 3 of us again. It's a 3-man army. Before I do anything, yeah, we're gonna have to, when the battle starts, I'm gonna have to mark all of the soldiers that have stuff. Why do I have an antitoxin? That's not... We're gonna need the concoctions a lot more. Alright, here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Can we make it through with 3?
The Valley of Torment. Perhaps a good place to finish off my life as a knight. Only if that puny force of children is able to kill me, of course.
So, their general must be that stubborn-looking old man. He looks like he wouldn't even forgive a sobbing child. It's good we came armed for the occasion. Care to find Judith? Flames are flaring everywhere and burning people where they stand. ALL's a terrible place. Everyone, if you don't want to get burned to a crisp, watch your step.
I mean, you two can fly, so I'm the only one that has to worry. Gonna watch all the archers here. Because they're gonna be the biggest threat to our flyers.
Guide me well.
At the ready.
Okay, put them where it's safe to start. Let's do that to start with.
The Crest of Flames! Ha! Quite full of themselves, aren't they?
Alright. 45% chance to hit, and the guy hit me first try. Good start.
It's over. I must lead them well.
Alright, that archer is out of the picture. Yeah, basically, I'm going to have to go in and take care of the archers
No turning back now.
so that those two will be free to fly around and beat everyone else.
I'll...
Boy, all the low percentage guys getting their shots in on me, huh?
Too easy. I must pull through. Allow me to demonstrate. It won't be in vain.
Alright, there we go. Boom.
A fitting outcome. And that...
Alright, we're gonna have those two sit over there for now.
Watch and learn.
Alright, that archer is out of the picture. Alright, that one is defeated. Man, all of the low percentage chances, like I said, are hitting right now.
Not.
I'm holding my own back down here, though.
Predictable.
That one didn't matter if it hit me or not.
So close.
Ooh, glad that one didn't hit.
I may not survive. Another victory.
All right. Take out this archer.
A fitting outcome.
'Cause those knights are going to be too slow. There's no way they're going to, like... Yeah, I was going to say, get over here and actually be able to do anything. Actually, let's stop right in front so that they have to stand in the lava. So those soldiers are too slow, so I'm not too worried about them. Get a start on damaging some of these guys. There we go, some allies.
Oh, old Gwendol is here, and he doesn't look to be an ally.
Oh, the hero of Daphnel is here. I'll expect more from her than the young ones.
All right. Alrighty. Nice job, Seth.
Your weakness. Had I...
We'll keep him up in this area to potentially help out Judith.
That is all. What's my strategy?
Alrighty. Alright, we took out another archer. That opens up that this whole right side of the map now in that regard.
You defeat me.
All right.
Left.
There's another man down. Okay. Alright, get rid of this archer. There we go.
Lead them well.
The archers are all gone, which means my dragons can play.
destiny
Alright, Seth takes out that enemy.
I am Gwendol, the Grey Lion, a knight by the hand of Count Rowe. Do your worst.
I mean, honestly, I thought he was going to do more damage than he did.
It all comes down to this.
Alright.
I won't allow it.
Hang in there, Seth. Oh, thank goodness she got a critical hit. I was gonna say, we gotta hit him at least once, right?
Have I earned no reprieve?
There we go. This could be bad then. No, no. We lose. So it's turn back time. Dang it.
What's my strategy? There's no turning back now.
At the ready.
Now we're closer. Maybe we'll hit him this time. Hey, look at that. We win.
So I have found a place to die. Young ones, I thank you.
I'm that much closer to my goal. That old man must have been struggling with the position he found himself in. It's time to gather ourselves and pull back our troops.
Alright, we won. And see, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to only turn back time if the game makes me, like, in that situation. Honestly, I thought I was that close last time. I guess I was a spot further away.
To think we'd get into a scrap here, of all places. We're lucky we all made it out alive. Well, that's ancient history. Anyway, long time no see, Professor. Are you still watching this boy's back?
Can you quit calling me a boy in front of everyone? I'm the leader of the Alliance now. It's not proper.
Not proper, is it? Says the leader who has neglected Alliance territory for years. If you're really the master tactician, you should go back to working quietly at whatever little desk you do your planning on.
Don't call me that either. Who even came up with that nickname?
It's a perfect title for a boy who loves crafty schemes as much as you do. You should be grateful to the professor. On your own, you'd look like a scoundrel of a leader.
Claude's usually so flippant, but even he gets overwhelmed when Judith is around.
Now to business. There were some unexpected interruptions, but I've brought soldiers and supplies as promised.
Thanks, Judith. I'll gladly take them off your hands.
Hold your horses, boy. You're misunderstanding. These soldiers are precious to me. I made them what they are. I'm not about to loan them out to someone.
No? Then why did you come here?
What I'm saying is that I'll be joining your army.
I hope we get to actually use her.
You're going to fight the Empire with the Knights of Seros, right? Fight for Lady Rhea? Not without me.
That's admirable and all, but we still don't know for sure if Rhea's in the...
Oh, she's there. A witness saw Lady Rhea being dragged off by the Imperial Army after the battle 5 years ago.
Are you sure?
One of my own saw it happen. I'm certain.
So we were right in our decision to fight against the Empire.
But you're the leader of House Daphnel. Is it okay for you to leave your territory unattended?
And what about you? Is it okay for you to leave the Regan territory unattended?
I've left it in the hands of a reliable retainer and...
And I've asked that retainer to watch over Daphnel territory as well.
Wait. You just up and decided to get my retainer to do that without even asking me? No respect, this one.
Oh, you haven't met him yet, Professor? His name is Nardell. He strikes me as a really special individual. And he's quite handsome, too.
So that's your definition of handsome?
No objections, then? Good. That settles it. House Daphnel is now yours to command.
I'm sure you'd come along even if I refused. So be it. We'll be counting on you, Judith.
I really hope they let us actually use her, because again, we need every person we can get at this point. If we can make this a 4-man army, that's so much better than a 3-man army.
With Judith joining our forces, we've secured some more troops and supplies. Albeit not many.
I'm sorry it couldn't be more.
No, it's enough for the time being. We'll use them to secure even more troops and supplies. The key to my plan is Count Gloucester, the leader of the pro-Empire faction in the Alliance. If Count Gloucester were to switch to the other side, that would basically unify the Alliance. Then we could utilize our full military force in the fight against the Empire.
In other words, Claude will have to persuade him?
I don't plan on it. We'll just take his concerns out of the equation. The Aramid River flows along the border between Gloucester territory and the Empire, right? Of all the bridges that cross it, the Great Bridge of Murden is the only one near Gloucester territory large enough for an army. Currently, the Imperial Army occupies it.
Ah, so if we just take the bridge...
Count Gloucester would be freed from the threat of the Empire, thanks to us.
But wait, don't we have to pass through Gloucester territory to get to the Great Bridge of Murden?
Yes, and if we attempted it, naturally he would try to stop us. Don't worry, I want him as a future ally. What good would it do to waste both of our forces fighting? Who do you think you're talking to, Teach? Preparations are in the works even now.
So the Master Tactician is finally going to show us his true power. I'm looking forward to it.
I'll do my best to live up to that name by making my scheme as impressive as possible.
I will say, I don't think I've had her make it to the end of the game yet, if we do get her added. That's why I'm, like, hazy on if she actually is joining our forces or not.
Part 2. Verdant Wind. Lone Moon. The Rose-Colored River.
If this is the level I think it is, it's going to be tough.
The Alliance army successfully rendezvous with Judith in Aelel. With the addition of House Daphnel's forces, the time has come to invade Empire territory.
That last fight actually went quicker than expected because the commander came out and we fought him right away. So I might be able to cram another level in here possibly for this video. The big question is, like I said, do we actually get Judith as part of our troops?
Now it's a game of patience. As they say, good things come to those who wait.
Any chance you can explain this brilliant plan to us?
Pretty soon, Count Gloucester will need to gather his troops in the northern part of his territory. You got it, Teach.
The combined forces of the Regan and Daphnel houses will threaten the northern part of the Gloucester territory. Nardell, that retainer I mentioned, is going to draw their attention.
We'll take that opportunity to make our way through Gloucester territory and launch a surprise attack on the Great Bridge of Myrden. If we can win this fight, then our next goal will be to topple Enbar, the Imperial capital. I said before that my plan was to meddle with the Empire, but I'm gonna do you one better. We are going to defeat the Empire, once and for all. But to do that, we can't afford to slip up here. Bear that in mind and prepare yourselves for the coming battle.
Alright, do we actually have her on the team? We do not actually have her on the team. Let's explore and see if we can coax anybody onto the team here. Please let us be able to, like, add some of these people.
Maybe. I don't know where he recruited that man, but Claude's got an eye for great talent. I'm talking about his retainer, Nardell. I've only spoken with him briefly, but he seems to have a fair amount of both brains and brawn, with the skills to match. But there's something about him I can't quite place. Like I've somehow heard of him before. I don't know. But there.
Okay, well that was a big waste of time. I didn't mean to take a picture. I was trying to hit the select button. My bad. That's funny. Sedith. Who's this our blue dot down here? Oh, Hilda. Huh. I can't go to that middle area via teleport, but I can do this. Oh, it's just Claude.
If our plan succeeds, we'll arrive at the Great Bridge of Myrden. We're evenly matched in terms of military power, more or less. So I wouldn't be... But that's why you...
Well then, we're in trouble. I like how they made that big deal about us getting reinforcements, and we didn't really get any reinforcements.
Let's do... Let's...
That? That's it. That's it.
All right.
Hey.
A nice throw, big feast.
Huh.
A feast for our whole 3-man army. Oh boy.
Come. Look at our excellent results.
Yeah, we're just going to rest up these next two so that we can get the sword fully charged.
Look at our...
Alrighty.
We completed our task. It seems...
Alright, sword is fully charged. Time for the big battle.
There it is, the Great Bridge of Myrden. On the other side is Empire territory.
It's the most strategic location in that area to move a large army across the Aramid River. The Empire will want to hold on to it at all costs, so expect tough defenses. You're in command, Teach. Do whatever it takes to win. Well, other than sacrificing the lives of our allies for the sake of victory, try to avoid that. Let's get moving. We're counting on you, my friend.
I was like, normally I try to just slowly take out the army as it comes toward me, but with me having a 3-man army, I might want to try to consider quicker wins, like going straight for the commander and stuff. I mean, we do have 2 flyers, so depending on what the terrain, like, if there's any open space, like, they couldn't touch them in the lava the last level, for example.
Sight set
If there's
on
anywhere
the
they
Imperial
can't get to,
capital,
we might want to try
the
that.
Alliance Army chooses to march through the territory of House Gloucester, supporters of the Empire. Under the command of Nardell, the retainer of House Regan, the defensive forces of Houses Regan and Daphne draw out the Gloucester troops. Thus, the Alliance Army can continue its march toward the Great Bridge of Myrden and cross the Aramid River, which separates the Alliance and the Empire.
I'll just, when you're bored here, making the guy jump. All right. Map. There we go. Okay, so that's as far north as it goes right there. We go that route, though, there's no archers. I mean, I guess she's the commander. And Ferdinand is also important. Doesn't look like there's a ton of archers on this level. That might actually bode really well for us. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're going to try to have those 2 fly left
That
here.
symbol. It's an enemy raid. Stay calm and face them head on. Send a messenger to Acheron immediately. If we're quick, we might be able to pull off a pincer attack.
They say the enemy general, Ladislava, is among Edelgard's most trusted. Let's see what she's got. Our goal is to take down Ladislava and gain control of the bridge. Let's go.
Okay, we're going to keep an eye on him and her. And that thing.
At the ready.
Guide me well.
What's my strategy?
What is my strategy? I think the start, we're going to go here.
This could turn the tides.
Not a big fan of the amount of damage I've taken already, but
Not.
good start defeating their troops, though.
I must pull through.
Okay, we'll try to get away with that and heal up next turn.
After this battle,
We'll ally ourselves with the Imperial soldiers, too.
Thanks for making your way here. Annihilate the enemy with the rest of them.
I will leave this area to the reinforcements, and then I will swing around to provide support from the south.
All right. I'll set its weight over here. He's a little bit closer. Okay.
Now's the time to show your loyalty to the Empire. Attack the enemy from behind.
I've got to make my name known to Her Majesty through distinguished service.
Acheron the Weathervane. He's of the Alliance. He's a minor noble who holds territory to the north of Murden. If he's gonna support the Empire, no need to hold back. He's nothing but a nuisance, even to the Alliance.
All right.
My thanks.
Okay, so I need to get rid of the healer first if I'm going to go after that guy.
What's my strategy?
I was going to say, get the sword out here. Give my best shot of surviving all these guys that are going to attack me.
Got yourself.
All right, the Alliance General is gone.
The weak.
All right, that soldier is defeated. Let's hope Seth can survive that attack.
This could turn the tides.
To say, if I can survive this onslaught, I can pretty much handle this right side by myself here.
Won't be in vain.
Oh, 4 damage. I was worried about that guy for nothing.
destiny unfurls.
Alright, that person's out of the way.
Allow me to demonstrate.
Alright, get rid of this guy.
Another victory.
It's a good thing I let this thing charge up, because we're going to be using it a lot.
Here is something to believe in. I must lead them well.
Alrighty.
As they...
Alright, that guy's out of the way.
I never should have aligned with the Empire.
Huh. So I could attack her. Let's get rid of him. Dang.
To repay her majesty.
Oh, come on. 38% chance to hit, and she hit.
So close.
Okay, he's not so worrisome. Yeah, I was going to say. All right, Ferdinand's gone.
Retreat, Ladislava. Tell Her Majesty about this.
We've already sent a messenger. I can't let you die while I flee.
In that case, please, even if I die, you must protect this area.
So we won't even have to fight that monster thing if we can just take care of her.
The weak.
I can't retreat. Even if it costs me my life, I've got to protect the Great Bridge.
Oh, yay, I can heal. Awesome. %37% chance. She's 2 for 2 on those. I think this is the first time I've ever played this level and the person actually, like, came out to fight me.
Strategy in motion.
You're dead. We win. Okay. That was a lot quicker than trying to pick off everybody. Yeah, I think since we have these two flyers, we're going to have to try to do stuff like that, be more direct.
I doubt they're an enemy we could win against twice.
Alright, somehow the 3-man army is making it through. That was a quicker fight than I expected it to be.
Well done, everyone. The Great Bridge of Myrden is ours. Now it's on me to return to Alliance territory and convince those lords to join us. For those of you who live in Alliance territories, I ask that you return to your houses and spread the word about the current situation. Until we finish our preparations, Judith and the Knights will do everything in their power to defend the Great Bridge.
That's a casual way to dole out such a deadly mission, boy.
Do you object?
Just who do you think I am? I won't let the Empire pass this way, even if it costs me my life.
Okay, that's why she's not with us, because she ends up
Too bad you're not allowed
protecting
to
the
die.
bridge.
Fight like your life depends on it, but flee if you're ever truly in danger.
A tall order, as always. I'll use my best discretion, Claude.
We have no objections either. Go forth and secure us a sufficiently powerful army.
Actually, I'd like for you to come with me, Teach, to help negotiate with the lords. They're followers of the Church of Seros, after all. It'll make things easier if we have someone there to speak on Rhea's behalf. All right, everyone. Let's meet back at the monastery next month. Good luck out there.
Is that you, kiddo?
I have returned, Nardell.
Oh, Master Claude, it's you. I mistook you for one of the local children. My apologies.
It seems you have adjusted to your work here.
I think that's Claude's
Our
dad,
recent
if I remember
strategy was
correctly.
successful, thanks to you.
I was a bit concerned when House Goneril's army intervened from the east.
Count Gloucester must have requested reinforcements from them.
Yes, and they have that young general who won some acclaim from his battles in Elmira. Regardless, they showed no signs of seriously wishing to attack us, and merely fulfilled their obligations to House Gloucester. Now then, who is this handsome fella?
This is my professor, who I asked to join me at the Roundtable Conference. Teach, this is Nardell, that retainer Judith was talking about.
How polite. I've heard good things about you from Master Claude.
As you can see, he wasn't born in Fodlan. Still, trust me when I say he is highly capable.
True! In fact, my capability is my only redeeming quality. I hope you continue to look after Master Claude, Professor.
Part 2. Verdant Wind. Great Tree Moon. Blood of the Eagle and Lion.
Well, since we did that last fight quicker than
Now in
expected, I guess we could try
control
to
of
get
the
another
Great
one
Bridge
in
of
real
Myrden.
quick.
The Alliance army invades the Imperial territories.
Same
In
strategy of
response,
shoot for the
Imperial army
commander, I guess.
garrisons soldiers at Fort Mercius.
All of that went about as well as it could have. Each lord has agreed to provide us with soldiers and supplies.
I'm impressed you were able to convince all of those scattered nobles to help us. I thought they would quarrel about how much support they should each provide. That's what they usually do.
Well, Count Gloucester took the initiative in taking on responsibilities. And that was all thanks to Teach here acting as a stand-in for Rhea. Thanks for that, by the way. I hope you don't feel like I used you, because I sort of used you. I appreciate that. We don't have time to be picky about our methods. But be honest, you're having a hard time adjusting to your new role, aren't you? You weren't even a follower of Seros to begin with, and somehow you've ended up as a representative of the church. I realize that you might feel guilty about deceiving the believers for our cause. But this is just what the Archbishop wanted, and she's the highest authority in the church. Besides, as wielder of the Sword of the Creator, it's undeniable that you're special. I think you should be more confident in yourself and use your position to the fullest.
I have a report from our spies. The enemy is currently gathering troops at Fort Mercius. Based on the size of their army, they must be under the command of a renowned general. Or even...
Well now, that would be interesting. If we can defeat the Emperor, then the Empire will collapse.
There's something else. An unidentified army has approached the Great Bridge of Murden. They passed through the Daphne and Gloucester territories from the northwest with incredible speed. They're raising the banner of House Blathid. Perhaps they are the remnants of the Fargus royal family. From what we could tell, they posed no threat to the citizens of the Alliance, and so we refrained from engaging them in needless combat.
Maybe they hope to fight against the Empire to avenge their fallen prince. And what about the bridge itself?
Obviously, we wouldn't let them pass without receiving envoys first. We thought they may try to force their way through. We considered firing warning arrows, but they left immediately, heading east.
Are they intending to use one of the bridges in Ordelia territory?
Most likely. But the Imperial Army still controls those bridges. I can't imagine what they intend to do in the Empire, even if they do manage to break through.
I'm reluctant to ease up on our surveillance, but it would be difficult to track them there. For now, let's assume they're just troops belonging to the Old Kingdom. In any case, we should proceed with caution. Soon we'll be entering Empire territory ourselves. If our enemies are going to intercept us with an attack, it will probably be at Gronder Field. How fitting that it was the site of the Battle of the Eagle and Lion 5 years ago.
Barbarossa class? Oh.
My next
sweet.
steps are clear.
Is that better? Worse? I guess it's better. We need axe. Well, we're working on flying, actually. Gotta rest because I used that sword a little bit there. That last battle.
There is always more to learn. Come.
We...
Rest. Okay, the sword is fully restored.
Can't argue.
We do have one master seal already. So once we get him to where he's like 30% there. I'm gonna instruct this one so I can get him to work on his axe. Or at least on the flying.
That?
I think originally I had planned for Claude to be a swordsman this time around, but like again, with our lack of numbers, I think him doing kind of both jobs is better than
Can't argue with
that.
yourself.
Alright, here we go.
Gronder Field should be around here, right? It's so foggy. Even if there were enemies here, we'd never know it.
Our enemies are subject to the same conditions. We'll just have to wait for the fog to clear up.
Speaking of enemies, what do you think became of those unidentified troops? Any follow-up reports?
We haven't heard anything since. If they were headed this way, well, I'd like to avoid being caught by surprise, but we can't make use of our scouts because of this fog. It's hard to predict this fight. There's no way to know what will happen. Of course, the morale of our allies would be crushed if we let them see us shaking in our boots. Your guidance is going to be crucial, Teach, now more than ever. Do whatever it takes to lead us to victory.
So if I remember correctly, this is just like the practice battle they did when they were younger, where there's 3 armies. What I may try to do is sit back and see if they start attacking each other, and then try to pick off the leader for the one we need to pick off. Because again, we got 3. We're a 3-man army, so we gotta be careful, especially when it comes to archers.
The Alliance army
Some magic
capital.
users.
As an unknown military force begins their advance under the banner of the kingdom, the Imperial Army dispatches forces from Fort Mercius with the intention of intercepting them. The curtain is rising on a conflict between the 3 armies, which will come to be known as the Battle at Gronder, held on the same plains that witnessed the Battle of the Eagle and Lion.
All right, here we go. Starting up in the corner. Bernadetta is still with them. Yeah, this is going to be not the easiest. Is it just Bernadette? Hubert will give them some magic. I'm not too worried about Petra. Yeah, Dimitri's got those people. So it's basically just 2 soldiers to worry about, as far as like what we're weak against. So that's a plus at least. Everyone have healing items? I could use another one. Although I guess my guy is technically connected to the convoy, so could get an item at any time, but still. Here we go. Go hide in the bushes to the left until there's less of the red army. That's the hope, anyway.
Know that I will tear your heads from your shoulders. The dead must have their tribute.
As big class reunions go, this one's gotta be the worst in history.
Years ago, we fought here as classmates. But not today.
Kill every last one of them!
foe we fight on.
I don't remember if the fire stays on the field. It does not.
Blocks my path.
In other words, don't get in his way.
He's alive, but he doesn't look interested in joining forces with us.
It would not be advantageous to take on both at once. We must stop the Kingdom and the Alliance from joining forces. I will create such chaotic warfare that they won't be able to tell who is friend and who is foe.
What's my strategy?
At the ready.
Guide me well.
Mounted units, advance!
All right.
Professor? Is that you? You're with the enemy. That means I'll have to kill you.
Watch and learn.
You gotta hit me first.
Got it! Allow me to demonstrate!
Alright, level 36.
There is...
Alright, before we do anything else, that, and that. And for the heck of it, so we don't get in his way, that. Alright, there we go. Way to go, Claude. Digging the white dragon, like, honestly. Alright, Seth with the win there. And I will be ducking out over here and switching to the lance.
All is going to plan.
Alrighty. Bye.
This could turn the tides.
So I'm trying to get my flyers ready to flank them while they're fighting me.
It's time.
80% chance to hit, and it hits. Good. So they're not going anywhere.
They're abandoning the central position to attack us. How leisurely.
Alright, I was gonna say steer as clear of them as possible.
I must lead them well. This
+3 protection. Oh, that would actually be better. Because it's less weight.
You're interfering with the plan. Looks like I'll just have to get rid of you.
Sorry, Hubert. Not gonna get the chance.
Fighting on will endanger my life. Your Majesty, I must withdraw.
You were saying, Hubert?
We still have some troops left. Petra, head over there with reinforcements.
I will be protecting your unit, Edelgard. I will not be letting anyone near to you.
I didn't think about those, but at least it missed.
So close. Too easy.
Strategy in motion.
Let's say we gotta go fast, so
Sorry, but I must.
let's try to fly around the enemies for right now.
Another
All right,
victory.
that person's beat.
Watch and
That's a
learn.
0% chance to hit me. That's funny.
There is.
For Adrestia and for Brigid, I will be defeating all of you. I have a plan.
Thank goodness.
Piece of cake.
We haven't seen each other since
All right,
Garrett
Claude.
Mock. You've grown lovelier than ever, Edelgard.
You're not so unfortunate yourself. And you have the aid of the Professor. Frankly, I'm jealous. Now's the chance for you and the Professor to leave.
I'm afraid I must decline. Even if we left, we just have to come right back.
I lost. Just as expected, you aren't making my path an easy one. I must retreat for now. We'll meet again on the battlefield.
I'm hurt, but I'm with you.
Judgment is passed.
Thank you, Seth. We actually really needed that critical hit there.
I can.
So what are the conditions here? Oh, we have to defeat Dimitri too. That kind of sucks. At least these vulneraries aren't going to waste. I'm actually using them. I dodged both attacks and dealt her a blow.
The Imperial army is starting to crumble. We will step on the Empire right along with the Alliance troops. To the eternal flames with all of them!
Oh, what am I doing? Okay, I'm going back on that one. I'm stupid. I didn't pay attention to the hit rate. Gosh, that was
What's
15.
my strategy?
Why are you so hard to hit all of a sudden? There we go.
Fighting anymore. I must be retreating now.
Guide me well. At the ready.
So our three are divided, but like I'm trying to kind of stay out of the way of the main fighting. Back to the original strategy of letting them all kill each other. Because we only have to get Dimitri. We don't have to beat any of these other things.
Pathetic. Weak.
I'll cut you down.
Right? Try to get my troops back together here. Whether it's in the corner or not. In fact, it's probably more advantageous where my character is right now. So it looks like Dimitri's storming the middle area. Yeah, I think I'm going to try to stay out of the way of the fighting, with exception to we might defeat this monster in the back. Alrighty. Yes, Red Army, keep going to the right. Ignore us. Yeah, this is the monster, like I said, I'll probably have to try to take it out. But if the rest of their army ignores us and goes for the blue team, we're in good shape.
Watch and learn.
Alright, nice job, Seth. Alright, there we go. It's down to its last health bar. No, we won't have anything here on the left to worry about. I'd say they're strong, but they still have that monster to deal with.
Ineffective. Weak.
Alright, maybe they'll do better against the monster than I thought. Alright, Bernadette's gone.
At least died at home.
Alright, there we go. Alright, that monster is gone. All right. Well, on the bright side right now, Dimitri kind of leading the charge himself. It'll be easier to try and pick him off instead of fighting everybody on the blue team. I'm hoping the monster holds up for a tiny bit, just so I can try to get to Dimitri without Felix getting involved. Oh, there goes that. Alright, Red Army is gone, I believe. Or if not, they have like one left. They have none left. Okay. So right now it's a 9-on-3 fight. Let's wait it out for a turn and see what they do. We get lucky, maybe I was gonna say maybe they'll break up their little duo there, but doesn't look like it. On the bright side, they might be close enough now. Maybe we can go for a 3-on-1 here on Dimitri.
Are you trying to stop me too? Then I'll just have to kill you!
He has a 0 critical hit chance against me at least. Ooh, that hurt. Critical hit. There's your ball game.
God, I will not stop until I kill you!
Even in an ugly battle like this, it's important not to lose heart. We have to take pride in our victory. We did it, Teach. Now we can move forward to our victory.
All right. The three-man army continues to find a way. I don't know how, but we do.
So, Edelgard retreated. I suppose she lives to be defeated another day. I suppose a win is a win, regardless of the circumstance. Some of our allies are injured, but can still fight. We'll just have to accept this outcome and press onward. Still, the battlefield looks awful. And I wonder what became of the Kingdom Army. And Dimitri.
I saw him.
Who? Dimitri?
He was completely different from how I remember him. He looked like a crazed demon while he was fighting. He pursued Edelgard as she retreated, but he didn't get far before he collapsed. I saw him surrounded by Imperial troops and pierced by their spears. I'll never forget it. He deserved a better end.
Dimitri. He went through so much to make it here, only for his efforts to be in vain.
Yeah, I think ironically Dimitri, no. I think it's maybe the red team. I'm not sure there is a story where they all three make it out alive. Because in this one, he gets killed, like they said, pursuing Edelgard. In the red story, I think he gets killed trying to get Edelgard. In the church story, the church story might be different. I'm not sure there. It's just been a while since I played through it. And in his story, he's fine, but Edelgard doesn't make it. So, like, I mean, unfortunately, there's not unless, like I said, maybe the Church of Saros story, they all make it. I'm not sure that's the case, but, yeah.
I can't even begin to understand what Dimitri must have been feeling, but there must have been some other way. Why did he have to go like that?
And his vassal, Dedu. And did he fall as well?
I don't know.
Your Highness, your ambitions are my own now. I will bring you Edelgard's head. I swear it!
Well, that answers that question. No, he was not killed.
We've managed to invade Empire territory and emerge victorious in our first battle. I hope to maintain our momentum and push onward to Enbar, the Imperial capital. Unfortunately, we are not legendary heroes in a fairy tale. Our stamina has limits. The longer we fight, the harder the fight will become. It will take immense effort to secure the supplies and soldiers we need to prevail.
Boy, you better not be saying this is as far as we go.
Of course not. However, the road ahead leads deep into enemy territory. It'll be a difficult journey, strewn with hardship. I can't guarantee that we'll make it out alive. If anyone wants to leave, now is the time to do it.
The Knights of Saros are prepared to keep fighting the Empire until we rescue Lady Rhea.
So, what? We're all supposed to take turns saying we'll do our best until the very end?
It's an honor to keep fighting alongside such stalwart allies. Right, Teach? I know I'm a great leader and all, but praising me isn't going to get you anywhere. All right. Now that I know where each of you stands, I'm going to return to Alliance territory for a while. I intend to report this victory to the Alliance Lords and draw out even more support from them. Our next battle will be even more challenging, so brace yourselves for that.
I should write to my brother. He'll want to hear about our victory.
Your brother, Lord Holst? How is he these days?
Oh, he's doing great. I even got a letter from him before the last battle. He wanted to come and join our fight too. Sadly, it sounds like my father was against the idea. They want him to stay in case they need to fight the Almirans.
We should be glad that Holst is staying behind. Almira aside, there's also no guarantee that the Imperial forces won't try to launch a surprise attack from the Old Kingdom territory.
you have something you need to talk to my brother about, I'd be happy to send a letter.
No, that's okay. I'm just glad to hear he's doing well. Please send him my regards.
I don't remember how many chapters are in the Fire Emblem campaign. I want to say it's like...
Part 2, Verdant Wind. Harpstring
I want to say it's
Moon.
24
The
or
Golden
22, something
Scheme.
like that.
Claude leverages his victory at the Battle of Gronder to secure reinforcements from Alliance lords. Meanwhile, the Imperial Army continues to tighten its defenses at Fort Mercius in anticipation of an attack on the Imperial capital.
All right, there's 21. So we're actually not far from the end. I actually didn't pay attention. Are we in 17 or 18? I think we're in 18 now, right?
Our objective is Enbar, the Imperial capital. But our greatest obstacle lies before that.
What do you mean?
Fort Mercius. If we can't pass through, we won't be able to reach Enbar.
This is not an easy fight, even if I had a full squad. So this is going to be real interesting.
Fort Mercius? That's the one that's called the Impregnable Fortress. Yikes!
The Imperial troops we defeated passed through Fort Mercius and retreated to Enbar. Right now, Fort Mercius should only have its usual defensive forces to contend with.
It would be best to take it before enemy reinforcements arrive. Still, there's a reason it's been called impregnable. The only real question is what our fearless leader intends to do.
Sorry for the delay, everyone. Those mewling lords kept me from leaving for quite some time.
So, were you able to secure additional reinforcements?
It's gonna have to wait until next month. It doesn't look like they can afford to keep supporting us at present.
Then what should we do about Fort Mercius? Do you plan on waiting around?
No. If we wait until next month, the enemy will have bolstered their defenses. That said, the prevailing theory is that you need triple your enemy's forces to take a fortress with a frontal assault. Our current army isn't nearly strong enough. What to do?
Whatever you do, just don't ask us to scale those huge walls. We'd end up dead when they hurl rocks down at us.
Yeah, no thanks. If only someone would open up the gates for us from the inside.
Unfortunately, we don't have any spies in there. Wait a minute. I've got it. We sneak in, stir up confusion, and open the gates ourselves to let our allies in.
Right, that's what I was saying all along.
How do you imagine we'll be able to sneak in? Those fortress gates are locked tight.
Disguises? If we dress up like Imperial soldiers, maybe they'll think we're allies and let us in.
Doesn't this all sound a little suspicious?
No, she's on to something. It's a good idea, Hilda. We just need to refine it a bit, and we'll be in there before we know it.
Really? Go me!
So, fearless leader, I'm guessing you're going to keep the crucial parts of your scheme under wraps until the time comes, aren't you?
You know me so well, Judith. Whether we like it or not, this war puts a damper on all of our spirits. What's wrong with trying to have a little fun every now and again? Just leave the details to me.
All right. So again, am I in 17 or 18? 18 now. So we got 18, 19, 20, 21. We got 4 more fights. If we can somehow make it through with these 3 for 4 more fights. I'm going to do manually because I'm going to try to get Sedith over the 30% line. Give him a shot at that other thing. course, they're already working on flying together.
Shouldn't be too... Let us be... Look...
Instruct manually.
We did okay.
All right, all right. I wonder, can I fix Claude's Fail Knight? I can, but I don't have the stuff I need. I think that's fine for now. For now, anyway. Sedith needs another concoction. I need another concoction. Manually again.
That was... That was... I learned...
All right, good work. Flying training next. No, thank you.
Look.
All right, let's see where Sedith is on that, if we've made any progress. $29, so we have made progress, but he's not high enough yet. I think it's funny how many of those are would be a negative for me.
I sent our letter to Fort Mercius, with the proper Imperial formatting and everything.
Well done.
What letter? What did you write?
I informed them that reinforcements were on the way. It would have been suspicious for troops to show up unannounced.
So, the plan is...
We'll disguise ourselves as reinforcements from the Imperial capital and sneak into Fort Merceus.
Oh, you used my disguise plan after all.
We've also procured Imperial Army uniforms.
Ooh, good work. I knew this was the only way.
However, that alone wouldn't be enough.
You did say the plan needed a little more refinement. Are you going to dress up like Edelgard, Claude?
I'm not sure that would accomplish much. In the letter, I included the name of the Imperial General leading the reinforcements. While we're heading to the fort, a separate army is going to attack us. That's all just for show, though. It'll be our allies who are attacking us.
Oh, I get it. We're going to make it look like the Alliance is attacking Imperial reinforcements.
Right. When the troops in the fortress panic and open up the gates, we're in.
I'd love nothing more than for this plan to work, but I've got some bad news for you. Apparently, the notorious Death Knight has been placed in charge of defending Fort Merceus. He got some acclaim in the battle to subjugate Western Fargus. They say he holds the most military prowess in the Empire.
Even so, we've got Teach here to command us. All will be well. You have to trust us.
So your big plan is to just trust your professor? Really, boy?
Prepare yourselves, everyone. It's time.
Alrighty.
Teach, this is for your ears only, but there's actually one more part to my plan. I had hoped it wouldn't come to this, but I have no choice. Absolutely. We can't afford to hold anything back. Thanks to Edelgard's strength, the Imperial Army is more unified than I would have expected. It was a painful realization, but after our battle at Gronder Field, it's clear that we can't win if we don't pull out all the stops. I also realized something else during that battle. There really is something special about you, Teach. The reason we were all able to keep our cool in the midst of the chaos was because we all trust in you, in your command and in your strength. Everyone here believes that we will win as long as we have you on our side. Our faith in you is borderline religious. You and I, we have what it takes to free Fodlan from the Empire's rule. I know in my heart that we'll make it through to witness the world after all the fighting has ceased.
Cool.
That man approaches.
Who are you talking about? You don't mean that professor, do you? It doesn't matter. No one could take this fortress.
Will Death's scythe claim you? Or will I fall to that sword of yours?
Revenge time, hopefully, for him taking out like half my squad before. Alright, but unfortunately, everybody, we're going to call that an episode. We will battle the Death Knight and everybody next time. This video is already a little long as it is. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, you know, that YouTube nonsense. And thank you so much for watching today. I'll see you again next time with another episode of Fire Emblem Three Houses. And I'll see you then. Bye-bye.